Another review of the Ruroc Atlas. Got it in cobalt. This is the carbon fiber model. One of the videos I'd had up was the tri-composite. And I think I took it down because Ruroc had asked me to, because it was not good. I didn't like it. So I've had this helmet for, say, about a year now, and I actually just recently got the Shockwave for the Bluetooth, and I installed that the other day and went riding today to kind of test it out. And then this is kind of going to be my, I guess, my full review of this helmet and how I feel about it. I don't know if anyone has it as well or if they like it. So starting off, I love this helmet, as in the design, the look, the feel of it. It's very light, it's carbon fiber, and this magnetic clasp, very easy to put on, very easy to release, very safe too. I was sketchy at first, but it holds on there pretty good. Also with that is you know, the sleek design for it. I love the design of it. And how it looks, and the price isn't too bad. I paid $400 for mine. There was a couple issues with mine, so I got a couple free stuff in there too, so shout out to Ruroc, thank you for that, including a tinted visor. Got the blue tinted one as well, but that one kind of started getting scratched up a little bit. So on to my review. So I ride a Suzuki DRZ 400 SM, recently put dirt tires on it, Kenda 270s. This is a 2019 model, just hit 3,000 miles on it. So I don't go really too much on the highways, mostly just local streets, but I have ridden on the highway and the interstate multiple times. If you want questions on that, or questions on the Kenda 270s and how they feel 17 inches on the interstate at 80 and getting speed wobbles, but so, all right, first things, getting this on. In the beginning, it was very tight. It was hard to put on, but I knew that with wear and sweat, it was gonna, and washing, it was gonna foam down a little bit. Putting it on, it's a bit snug. I like it in that sense. Some of the bads, though, is that this piece right here, after a while, it started to bug me. I liked it at first. But it's too close to my nose almost, and like my mouth. So I've got a Camelback that I'll try and put water through here, and it's very tight while I'm riding. So I know it's not supposed to be used for trail riding and stuff like that, but you know, it's definitely, it's tight right here. There's not a lot of space. There's enough space basically to open this vent and close it, which there's a vent right here. Which, comment on this vent is, there's not that much of a difference. I feel like that vent, should be bigger. Yeah, see, taking it off is kind of a bitch. Sorry, excuse my language. And then this plastic piece will kind of snag the back of your head too if you don't take it off fully right. Yeah, this vent, I feel like it should be a little bit more bigger, because there's not much of a difference when you open and close it. Sometimes I forget which direction it's in. I put my GoPro on here and I try and face it forward for videos and stuff like that and content. So another big thing, it's still the issue. I said it in my first videos that I'd made. These vents right here, this is a vent here, and then there's vents on the side. If no one knew, that these two on both sides, and these vents right here go directly into your ear. So all the wind noise goes directly, and it channels and it goes directly into your ear. And I had made a video and commented on it, and Ruroc had emailed me back and said, hey, we have this super foam technology that's right there, where it's only supposed to allow cold air in, or I forgot what they had said, but they said that there was some foam technology. Well, I went in here because what I'd done on my old one is I duct taped these shut. I put duct tape around these vents, and it sounded so much better. It sounded like how it should be. It was somewhat, you know, of course, it's not going to be completely quiet, but it was way less wind noise than there was. But what I'd had is I used my iPhone headphones, and I put those in, and those kind of blocked out the noise. But if I didn't have that on, or even with the music on, you could still hear wind. But I opened up and I took out the cheek pads because I was washing it. And I looked at the foam, and to me it just looked like a regular piece of foam. It didn't look like any NASA space technology foam in there. So I actually went in here and I put super glue to try and super glue these holes shut. And that's actually how this is a super glue drip mark, because I was letting it dry and it just dripped straight through. It started eating the plastic on the inside and eating the foam as well. So I can't comment too much, but it helped. It helped me with the wind noise, super gluing these. I super glued it from the inside, by the way, and a little bit on the outside. But I super glued it from the inside, so it didn't mess with the look at all. But super gluing these holes shut, it definitely reduced the wind noise quite a bit. Still a lot of wind noise, and a lot of it, which Ruroc has commented, said that there's going to be a chin curtain coming out sometime. But yeah, a lot of the wind noise comes from right here. It just goes right into your face, which then I don't know why there would be these vents. I told Ruroc, and I even think there should be a way to close little slider piece to open and close these vents right here. If that was the case, to where you could have the option to, if you want a little cooler, a little, or less wind noise, I think that would be amazing. Some of the wind noise too gets in from this crack right here. It's not completely flush. That's understandable because it's got to open and close. I know this visor looks very dirty. I was riding today and I hit a lot of bugs. So those are my kind of comments on this. So the Shockwave. So now onto that. So I just installed the Shockwave. It was actually relatively simple to install. There's foam pieces already in here, Velcro pieces for you to install it. I don't know if I'll be able to get it on the camera, but you pull these pieces out, and then there's little foam inserts, and you just put the speaker right there, and then there's the one for the mouth as well, which a comment on the mouth one, maybe I placed it too close to my face or not in the right spot, but I put it as almost far forward as I can before I'm on that vent, and it was literally resting on like my mouth, like I said, with the sizing, and that's being close to your face. So that foam piece, the foam cover for the microphone, was just up against my face, and as I'm like just talking or just riding and moving my mouth, the foam piece came off while I was riding. So the foam piece, so there's you're probably not gonna be able to see it, but where the microphone is, there's no foam cover for it anymore because it fell off while I was riding. You can see that. Probably not. We're right here. So pretty disappointed in the Shockwave. I'm trying to give Ruroc the benefit of the doubt. They got a lot of shipments, they got a lot of orders. They're trying out new things. They already have their version 2s out. This is a version 1. I had the tri-composite, which was, they never actually sent those out. I was just one of the first ones to get it because I'd complained so much because I bought it back in 2017, the prototype, and then they sent me a carbon fiber one. So this is a version 1. But the Shockwave, the sound audio, I prefer my iPhone headphones over this sound system. I get maybe they're trying to keep it, more quiet so you're riding and still able to hear outside, but with that wind noise as well, it's just, unless you know what song it is, you're not going to hear the music. Or if you're going slower at a stoplight, that's about the only time. But I was on a regular road today going around 45, 50, sometimes 60 miles per hour, and you could barely hear any of the music. So it wasn't really that enjoyable until I hit a stoplight and I was able to hear the music a little bit more. You're able to hear a little bit of the background noise, but with the wind, the road, the sound outside, the music isn't really all there. With it, they've got, the on-off button, RST. I actually haven't looked in to see what that RST means. Volume up, volume down. If you double tap volume up, it changes the next song. Volume down twice, it goes back to the previous song. Charge it right here as well. Like I said, it was super simple to install. Reaching these buttons back here, you kind of got to feel and get used to it. I kind of wish they stuck out more. So it's easier to feel, because whenever you're reaching back while you're riding, these buttons can get confusing, and you're like, oh, is this a button? And then you double tap to get to the next song. And then to pause and play it is the on-off button, and that is kind of difficult to find with this button, and the charging port. So I had to reach around, and I will constantly be hitting buttons until it just turns off the music, and hopefully I didn't actually just disconnect it to where I have to get off the bike and do that. So yeah, kind of upsetting. I wish this was better. The Atlas Trail is actually what I'd wanted. They said they're still gonna come out with them, just don't know when. But I mean, this is my only helmet right now, and I spent all that money for it. I waited since 2017 to get it, so I'm gonna use it. But my recommendation is, if you don't mind wind noise and it being very close to your face and kind of just right up in there and kind of tough to get in and out, and $400 for a helmet like this. I get it's overseas, but I'd say the biggest, coolest thing about this helmet is the magnetic clasp. That is, super simple to take off, super simple to put on. That's really the big thing I like about this, and the look. So if you want the look and you want the metal clasp, get it. But hopefully the version 2s are better. What sucks is I don't want to spend all that money for the version 2s and end up not getting the helmet that I want, or if they didn't fix the issues, these air vents and maybe a chin curtain. If they didn't fix that, then I wouldn't go for the version 2 either, or otherwise you're just paying for the look. If you have any questions, let me know.